What I'm about to tell you is no ordinary tale. It is an invitation, whispered from the abyss, to step into a realm I call the shadow side. This isn't just some vague superstition, it's a door. But remember, every door swings two ways, and whether you come back depends entirely on how seriously you heed these words. The choice is yours, but the risks are not. I won't lie to you. Fear is natural, but ignorance? Ignorance is the real monster here, lurking and waiting to twist fear into something that feeds the shadow side. You've probably glimpsed it before. Those recurring dreams you dismissed as nonsense. Those were its whispers. But don't be foolishly afraid. Fear, unfocused, is like blood in the water. It will draw things you aren't ready to face. Preparation is everything. This isn't for the reckless, the curious, or the desperate. If you're unstable mentally, spiritually, or emotionally, don't proceed. If you're looking for an escape or a thrill, turn back now. And for the love of whatever keeps you tethered to sanity, do not dismiss my instructions. They are your lifeline. Ignore them, and you'll wish you hadn't. This isn't a game, but if it were, it would be called the Three Kings. What you'll need: a very large, empty room, dark, windowless, and silent. If there are windows, black them out until not a sliver of light creeps through. Basements often work best. A single candle. Trust me, you'll only want one if things go as planned. A lighter, a bucket of water, and a mug. A fan, 2 large mirrors, the kind you'd find on a dresser. Don't worry about what happens to them. They might end up being the least of your concerns. 3 chairs, an alarm clock, a fully charged cell phone. Don't forget this part, unless you like being alone in the dark. A trusted loved one, someone who will follow your instructions to the letter. No improvising, no panicking. A small object from your childhood, something deeply personal, a totem to anchor you. Setting up the stage. Begin your preparations at precisely 11 p.m. You're not just arranging furniture, you're crafting a ritual. The throne. Place 1 chair at the exact center of the room, facing north. This is your seat. The queen and the fool. Arrange the other 2 chairs to the left and right of the throne, just far enough that you could touch them if you stretched your arms. The mirrors. Place a mirror on the queen's chair and the other on the fool's chair. Position them so they face you and each other, forming a warped triangle of reflections. Precision matters. Adjust them until, sitting on the throne, you can just barely see your own reflection in each mirror's corner. If you see yourself too clearly or not at all, you've failed. Try again. Every detail matters. Misalignments can lead to unintended guests. The test begins. This setup isn't just furniture, it's a doorway. When midnight strikes, you'll sit on the throne, candle in hand, and face whatever the shadow side offers. Your reflection in the mirrors? Don't trust it. Those aren't just glimpses of yourself, they're echoes. And echoes have a way of answering questions you don't remember asking. If you've done everything correctly, you won't be alone. The queen and the fool will join you, but they're not here to help. One whispers truths you'll wish you never heard. The other lies so sweetly you'll want to believe every word. Choose wisely though, you may never know which is which. And whatever you do, don't break eye contact with your reflection. Turning away gives them permission to step closer. Place the bucket of water and the mug just beyond your reach. Not too far, not too close, just enough to make you stretch, but not enough to touch. Behind you, set the fan and turn it on. Not too high. The whisper of air at low or medium speed is all you'll need. Leave it running. Leave it steady. Turn off the lights. Keep the door wide open. It must stay that way. Then walk to your bedroom. On the nightstand, arrange your candle, lighter, alarm clock, and fully charged cell phone. Double check it's charging. You don't want that lifeline to fail. Finally, hold tight to your power object. Something small, something meaningful, something that feels like it belongs to you more than the flesh on your bones. Set your alarm clock for 3:30 a.m. When the lights go out and the house falls silent, sleep. Sleep deeply, clutching your power object like it's the last thing keeping you tethered to reality. Because it might be. The ritual. When your alarm jolts you awake at 3:30, don't panic. Don't turn on the lights. Keep calm. You have exactly 3 minutes to light the candle, grab your phone, and make your way to the dark room. By 3:33 a.m, you must be seated on your throne. But be vigilant for red flags. If your cell phone didn't charge aboard the mission, if the alarm didn't go off exactly at 3:30 a.m, abort the mission. If the dark room door is closed when you left it open, abort the mission. If the fan is off when you left it on, abort the mission. If you must abort, do not stay in the house. Wake your loved one, gather your essentials, and leave. You don't need to sprint, but don't linger either. Stay somewhere safe until after 6 a.m. By then, the coast should be clear. If everything checks out, proceed. Taking the throne. Sit down, slowly. Do not look at the mirrors on either side of you. Do not look at the candle. Look straight ahead into the dark void in front of you. Your body will shield the candle from the fan behind you. There's a reason for this you'll understand soon enough. As you sit, remember, I never told you which chair was the queen and which was the fool. That's your task now. From their perspective, you're either their queen or their fool as well. 3 kings. The triangle is complete. What happens next? I won't spoil it. Let's just say you won't be alone. Questions you've never dared ask will claw their way into the open, and answers will come. But so will more questions. Stay still. Don't move. Do not look at the mirrors. Do not look at the candle. Keep your eyes fixed ahead. You'll feel the moments stretch and warp, but hold fast. The clock will crawl toward 4:34 a.m., and by then, it'll be over. Don't chicken out. Don't run. Just wait. Trembling is fine. It's human, but don't let it consume you. The backups. The candle. If you move, the fan will snuff it out. That's backup number 1. Your loved one. At 4:34 a.m, they must call your name. If you don't respond, they must call your phone. If you still don't answer, they'll use the mug and bucket of water, but they must not touch you. That's a rookie mistake and a costly one. Backup number 2. Your power object. If everything falls apart, this is your tether, your guide, your last hope of finding your way back. Backup number 3. Final warning. You've prepared, right? You've taken this seriously? If not, you'd better stop now. Half-assing this is worse than doing nothing at all. Worst case, you take it seriously enough for it to work, but not seriously enough to survive what comes next. Still here? Good. Refer to the title. 3 kings, they'll be waiting.